Well, you're eating grass. You need to stop eating grass. Hey there, fellow adventure seekers. Michael here. I got Talon over here. She's going to probably be in the camera in a little bit to help. You know how Talon is if you've been watching this channel for a while. But we've got some exciting new products that we want to share with you guys. And no, it is not this, even though this is new to us. This is Shelly's new e-bike. It is the Velotric Fold 2. We're not doing a review on this, but this is a cool bike. But we are going to be playing around with this a little bit because this is kind of heavy. I'm kind of disabled with a bad back, bad knees, and everything else. And how are we going to get this on that tall bike rack we have behind the RV? Well, our good friends at Hyperax, who provided us with that bike rack back there, have also come out with a new product for that bike rack to make putting bikes on there easier. Now, if you watch some of our previous videos, you know that Hyperax does have the Hyperax lift, which has ramps built into it where you can just roll your bike up on those ramps. But if you already have one of the many different Volt racks that they provide, then this is a nice little add-on for that. It doesn't work with all the Volt systems, so check the website to make sure if you have a Volt system rack that yours works with this. But we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. It is a removable ramp that we can use to, well, put these bikes on, and it's also called the Back Saver. So let's go save our back and get this bike rack put together. Here's the ramp. It's in the box. Let's open the box and see what we got. So what's in the box? First things first, instructions. If you're a guy like me, throw them out. But we're not going to do that. We're going to be smart about it. We're going to take a quick look. Not a lot of parts. That's good. And one nice thing about these two is right here on the first page, it says this manual was shipped with the product. It might not be the latest version. Scan this QR code to make sure you have the latest version of the instructions. That's a good thing because a lot of times I'll update the instructions because they were wrong to begin with. And you're just trying to figure out what's going on because the instructions don't match the parts. So this way you know exactly where to go. Get an updated manual to put this thing together. One other thing that this comes with this is a license plate holder. So it moves your license plate out from here where the bikes will cover it to out here. Now, this is not the Hyperax bike rack that this is sitting on right now. The Hyperax bike rack is actually on the back of the RV, which we don't really have a good shot of right now because there's trees in the way. We'll get there in a minute. We're just using this as a table. So let's get working on putting this thing together. All right, here's our box with probably all the screws and small parts in it. Here's our bracket that actually hooks on to the Volt. Very important. We got some hardware, and that's it for the box. Okay, here are the ramp pieces. Nice and sturdy. 2 pieces. The license plate bracket. Now this license plate frame does not include any type of light. So it won't work for you at night unless you run a light to it. Now I'm going to do that and I'll show you what I do in another video down the road. But for now, we're just going to use this. We don't do a lot of night driving anyway. Benefits of being retired. We just take our time. Whoops. And believe it or not, this is the frame for the license plate. That's a lot of frame for a little license plate. And you'll see why it's like this in a minute. And that's all the parts, except for, of course, this. So let's start putting this thing together. Now, here we are in our Volt RV rack. As you can see, we already have one bike still on it. Good old Schwinn Suburbia. This came from my father-in-law, who used to be a Kmart manager, and this is where this came from. Pretty cool bike. But we need to get that big old Velotric Fold 2 up here. So to do that, we got to get the brackets mounted for this license plate frame. Now, the license plate frame itself is completely optional. You can buy it separately, or you can buy it with the ramp, or you can buy the ramp on its own. I got them both, so we're just going to go ahead and put the license plate frame on, because as you can see, there's the license plate, and especially when you put the cover on here, you're not going to see the license plate at all, which could get you into some trouble. So we're going to try to avoid trouble at all costs, especially with law enforcement. So let's get the brackets mounted for our license plate bracket. And that's where these guys come in. And that's Talon. You all right, Talon? Well, you're eating grass. You need to stop eating grass. Okay, all these parts are the same. I'm going to get this out of the way for right now. As you can see, the Volt RV rack also makes it easy for me to kind of store my towed equipment, my Blue Ox, and my connections here. I just leave them right here. Usually have them covered. I don't, just for right now. No rain in sight. So we'll slide them on here. Make sure the hole's on the bottom on that side. Get the bracket put on here. There we go. All right, now we're going to put this on. And that'll slide in. What do you know? Perfect. A hammer might be helpful in this case. Looks like we got it okay. We'll just run that through. All right, now let's get these bolts on. Got an Allen wrench. Got my washer. The nut. Handy dandy included wrench. And this is going to be it for the license plate frame. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to relocate the license plate. This piece right here, I'm just going to flip it around so the license plate is up here for better visibility, and also to give me some clearance here. So, because if the license plate is actually hooked on here, the license plate would actually hang down way down here, and it would not work with towing a vehicle. So, again, same deal with these bolts. Good idea to use thread lock. Also, while you're back here installing these, it's also a good time to check all your connections if you are towing a vehicle or anything else. You know, you check your connections to everything, make sure everything is tight and snug, make sure everything's tight and snug on your bike rack. If you didn't watch our video review on the Volt RV, there's a link to that in the description below, and also up here in the top corner, probably, hopefully, if I can get it up there. But this is an awesome bike rack, and like I said, it is the Volt RV, and so it means it is suited for RV use. And the cool thing about it is these actually, the sides actually fold up. So if you're not using it at all, it doesn't take up much room, and you can take it off completely and set it aside, or set it in a basement compartment or whatever if you don't use it that frequently. We're on step 5, which we're going to put the ramp together. This is the bottom piece with this V, so we'll just set that right there. And this is the top piece. And you'll notice there's some screw holes here. That's the top. So we'll just set it here like this for right now. And if you notice, see this guy right here? That means this ramp's going to be adjustable. So no matter what height you have this, you're going to be able to adjust the ramp to suit your needs. So for whatever angle you need the ramp, the longer the angle, the easier it's going to be to push up. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hook these guys together with making sure that the plate that touches the ground is on the bottom. So just like I have it here. So the plate that is actually going to have the top stuff, the connection to the ramp, it's going to be on top just like I have it here. And we're going to put both of these screws in here in through these 2 holes. So let's make that happen. And it's very important to make sure that the screw goes down in here first. What I would recommend before you tighten these up, and I'm not doing it now, obviously, which is not smart, but I'm just doing this to show you guys how easy this is get these snug only. Then go ahead and put your top pieces on, hook it up, and then slide this out to whatever length you want, and then you're good to go. So that's our next step, is we're gonna hook up the horseshoe. Very important piece. Without this, nothing happens. Making sure these holes here are down, so it is angling down, everything's angling down. I'll do the one closest to me first, just so I can get that in there. See, it's a really simple install. Just a few minutes if you don't have the license plate frame. There we go. All right. All right, ready to put a bike on this thing? No, about two. Let's put 2 bikes on here. All right, let's see how easy it is to put this on. We go with the back bike first, and that just lays on there. We're done. Let's get the bike. Even with flat tires, it just rolls up. Now let's do the other side. We'll take the ramp off. As you can see, easy come off. Bring it around. Here it's pretty easy because the ground here is actually higher than it is in the front. So we'll put the bike on. What's not easy is the fact this bike is really heavy. So this makes it super easy for me. And just roll it. Just keep rolling her. See, now we got a problem. There's no bar here for this to catch on. So I can't lock this down securely. But you know what? Hyperax has a solution for this. Oh, and by the way, these actually slide out of the way. I just forgot how to do it. So that would have made this a lot easier. What's the solution for this? Well, it's super simple and super easy. Let's take a quick peek. You just push this button here to pull this up. Do this on both sides. This side up. Then you turn this over. You'll screw that piece in right here. There's a hole right there. Make sure that piece that has the curved part, make sure that's pointed down. Don't tighten it, just in there loosely. Then you just pull this apart. There's your maximum length. You got both of these open. Turn it back over. This side up. And then we'll hook it around the bike. And we'll slide it. And just find a good spot for it. And what you do, you may have to play around with it, see like I did. It's not going to work in this case because I actually swapped these around for that bike. So now that we got this new bike, I'm going to have to do some more. I'm going to have to swap it back around because this lower side used to be on the back. So now I'm going to swap it around because that's the way it needed for our old bike. So I'm just going to change it around for the new bike. Not a big deal, but nothing for this video. That's it. We have our new Hyperax Fold 4 heavy bike rolled right up here without me hurting my back, which is good because I don't like hurting my back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you find it helpful, give us a thumbs up. Leave us a note in the comments if you have any questions about this, or if you have one of these or one of these Volt products. They're awesome. Hyperax is a great company, very supportive of us, and we really appreciate everything they do for the RVing community. They are awesome. And if you know anybody who needs a ramp, needs some help with getting their bikes up on their bike racks, show them this video. If they need a bike rack, show them this video as well. So help us help veterans in need. All the money we make off our YouTube and other social media sites, 100% goes to a local organization that helps veterans in need. And I say local, and that could be anywhere in the United States. So if you have a local charity in mind that could use some of our assistance, send us a message and let us know about them, and we'll reach out to them and see what we can do to help. So thank you guys so much for watching, and may your next journey be an epic adventure. Bye.